Get together, Belinda. Kalai Vanakam. What? Good morning, everyone. So good to see you all. We're going to get started in a comfortable seated space. You may notice that I have a little bit of music today. Maybe some of you have been wondering, well, should there be music, should there not? What should I have around me, And one guru that I used to study with, Yogi Naran, he really believed in maybe just flute music or something that keeps your mind on the spirit, he said. So you want to be careful of like lyrics and some pop culture music because it can be a little distracting. Hey Doreen, good morning. Good to see you. All right, so today I've got a little something playing. Please let me know if it's distracting because I'll turn it off. We'll find a way of sitting. Remember, this week we're working on staying integrated as a mind, breath, body, breath, mind, being, not separate. And we'll stay with our Apan Mudra from yesterday, the ring finger, middle finger, and thumb together. Maybe closing the eyes, inviting yourselves to your mat, connecting into the seeds that we plant within ourselves, how we nourish them and protect them, and how we harvest them. What are the seeds we're planting in our mind and our spirit of honesty, of non-harming, contentment. We could certainly see the yamas and the niyamas as seeds to plant in our practice, the first two limbs of yoga. Non-harming, non-stealing, moderation, non-hoarding, purity, discipline, or devotion, self-study, contentment, and surrender to something greater than ourselves. That which we do not know, that which is unknowable. How are we planting and nourishing those seeds? And maybe today, just allow yourself to have a single focal point. Where do you want your mind to stay? What is your spirit asking for? How does the body need to move to feel more imbalanced? Not excessive or lethargic in certain regions of its being? What balance and attention do we need to bring to our organs and to our breath? And how do all of those spaces work together? Release the mudra, rounding the spine, feeling the skin, the flesh, the bones. Feeling the breath work with this. Start to let the breath initiate your movements. Not just my cue. So if you hear a cue from me, just go ahead and okay, the breath is now going to choose to do this. And let the breath lead the front of your chest, the skin of your chest, the skin of your flesh, pulling up and forward. Make space in the physical body for breath. Feel the breath asking permission to enter, and let your movements express what your spirit said it wanted to feel and be today. And back and forth, letting the breath now go with the body, letting the body reflect the spirit. Feeling all that's solid within us, all that's fluid, all that is changing, and all that is static. What's changing and static in our breath? How does static show up inside of us, in our movements, in our words? How stagnant does it help us become? Or stuck? And then what's constantly changing, aerating, ventilating, morphing? How fluid and flexible does it help us be? Or does it end up making us so flighty? Do we err onto the side of so much change? What is balance? Come to a neutral space, we'll change. And let's breathe in, letting the breath lift the arms, hands to center. Breath in, feel what is the force that is holding your upper body upright and erect. Are you exerting force on it? Exhale, lower it down. Feel the roll that the legs have. Breath in rooting us. Exhale to the side. Let the breath express the movement. Inhale. Feeling this side, this direction of movement and energy within us. Feel how it wishes to express itself. Maybe your eyes are closed, bringing the vision within. Maybe the eyes are open, allowing ourselves to not be distracted by what's outside of us, and yet aware. Letting all that exists, exist, not controlling. Remember your affirmation. Remember that your breath is leading the way, and it's cool if we let it go. I'm just here to guide and remind. Sometimes my reminders are just for myself. Lowering the hands to center. We'll start a gentle spiral of the upper body. Feel your body weight shifting from one sit bone back toward the tailbone to the other sit bone and forward. You could even tilt the tailbone back and see how much of the pelvic floor you can try to engage into this gyration. Subtle, untense as many muscles as you can. Feel the left side of your spinal column, the right side of your spinal column working together. Can you feel the very center line? Feel that double helix and that center line of our Shushumna. The left side of that helix, our Ida. The right side of that helix, our Pingala. Both sides of energy we need. Call it the positive and negative charge. Starting to let that spiral express itself. Widening it out wherever it wants to go. Remember, we're being led by breath. We're being led by our affirmation. Feel what the body is telling you about its limitations, ways in which it hasn't moved in a while or ever. And how is your spirit respecting that? How is your breath respecting that? How is the body letting your expression come forth freely? Maybe it feels wild. Maybe it feels uncontrolled. Can you be okay without controlling it? You won't spill out of this body container. I don't think you will. Let the shoulders relax. Let the spiral come through the neck. Let go of control. Feel that kundalini rising. Your serpent of energy starting to flow. Maybe you feel the mucous membranes in your body, your salivary glands maybe kicking in. And eventually let this cycle come to a halt. And then starting in the opposite direction. Feel how slowly reversing takes, because energy had been going in one direction. It started to smooth out. It started to become more free, more carefree. Feel this side, if we're going counterclockwise, that it would be more of the Ida, clockwise, more of the Pingala. Pingala sending, our activation side, our initiation side. Ida, our receiving side, our sensual, nurturing, consoling side, comforting. They both need each other. They dance with each other. They complement one another. Feel how that energy wants to move within you. How is it reflecting where we've been in excess, possibly in activation and sending, going, doing more, more, more. How is that receiving, consoling, nurturing side responding? What is it telling you about our balance of energy and how it moves? Let it start to find its expression. Spirit doesn't impose expression on the body. How is breath being represented here? Is body in control? Is body imposing and dominating right now? Are all three working as one? Are they learning how to communicate and trust that they are inseparable? Remember your affirmation. Start to let that energy subside and slow down. Arriving in a center spot. We'll lengthen the legs out in front of us. Start our vibration. Pointing and flexing. Shaking. Agitate. Slough. Ankle rotations. Woo. Let go of thinking. Don't worry about, am I doing my left like my right? Just let movement start to manifest. Let it be as creatively expressed as our spirit wishes. Maybe hold your apan right now whenever you need a reminder. Holding our mudras keeps us connected to our intention throughout the day, whether you say anything to yourself when you're doing it or not. Good. Let's press the backs of the legs down. Feel lifting energy lift the upper body. Feel lifting energy lift the upper body. Exhale, coming forward. Your knees could be soft. Listen to what those legs are saying. And did you start to impose your thinking will on this body? There's no space for should in our practice. Roll the spine up. There is only is. There only is. And lift. Let the breath start to express the movement. Possibly that's an exhale coming forward. When does the body wish to rise? When does the body stop filling with breath? Is there still expression of physicality with no breath entering the body? How are they merging and working together? Hand in hand. Muscular cell with air cells and molecules working together. Maybe delivering some touch that's expressive. And we'll lift. Feel the muscles around your waist coming together, joining together to hold you, so that no single muscle set is doing it all. Feel the breath giving support, giving form to the body. And coming forward, we're going to hold. Can we remain active? Can we remain active and let the breath remain active? Can we remain active in the body and the breath is active and intentional and the spirit is still directed? When you notice the mind wanders, what can you use to bring yourself back here? Maybe it's the mudra. Maybe it's something you're looking at in the room. Maybe you have a candle. Maybe there's an aroma from an incense or an essential oil. Maybe you're hearing the light, spiritual sounds. Maybe you're just hearing birds chirping. What is it that brings you back to your devotion? And rolling that spine up. Now I'm going to bring the bottoms of the feet together, feeling this area of the body opening. Don't force the body. Let how you're moving be reflective of the spirit that's inhabiting the body. Feel this energy lifting up through the spine. Feel the body and the flesh carrying your intention upward. Is it freely allowing it, conducting it? And neck rotations, no rush. Feel the spinal column again, the left side of the spinal column up and down from the tailbone all the way up to the top of the head. Feel the left side and right side. How are they relating to one another? Hear what one side is saying about the stress that it's carrying, about its resistances, about where it has been in excess of late, and what feels downright yummy. What is the joy of inhabiting a physical body right now? Right? We're physical bodies inhabited by spiritual awareness, changing direction. How did you change? How is your breath being facilitated in this movement right now? This can be the entirety of your practice today. You could return to this one more time today, 2 times today. Return to this for 2 or 3 days in a row. Start to notice what changes within you, in your mindset, in this physical region of your body. Practice and detachment. Those are the 2 journeys in yoga, Desikachar says, Patanjali says. Practice and detachment. How do you do the yoga? You practice, and then you detach, and then you do it again. We come to center, breath in, what's rising with the breath, and coming forward. And let's roll the spine up. Are we cooperating with the physical body? Feel your mental space, your intention, your breath, and the flesh and the bones working together. Your nervous system and your organs working with the breath, carrying your intention. Can you feel the spiritual energy of your affirmation flowing through your intestines right now, through your stomach lining, through your lungs, your chest cavity, down even into your sex organs and genitalia. Your intention, your whole existence, connection, yoga, yoking. And if you're new, if you're just joining us, some of the affirmations or connection we could have had spiritually today, we kind of chose through, or I did, the elements of the niyamas and the yamas. Non-harming. And that could just be your single focus as you're moving. And how are you demonstrating that in how you're moving today? Non-stealing, non-lying, moderation, non-hoarding. Maybe purification or detoxification. Self-study, contentment. That's always a juicy one. Devotion or discipline. But I really have been loving practicing tapas lately as a practice of devotion. Feels a little less rigid, feels a little less militaristic. Holding and then surrender to something greater than ourselves. What a wonderful focal point for ourselves to try to embody. And feel the body resisting or leaning into. Maybe that's what the body has been craving, feeling connected to. Feeling connected to surrender Surrender to what we don't know, what we don't understand, but we apply ourselves with faith nonetheless. Faith that everything's going to be okay. Faith that everything is as it should be. And feel the fibers of your muscles starting to trust that and release into that. Feel the breath carry that message. Rolling the spine up. Good. I'm going to lower down onto my back with the feet still remaining where they are. Feeling the spine come in contact with the mat. Gaze is up or gaze is different here, and certainly the relationship in the hips have just changed. They were open, yep, with the torso upright, but now they're open with more of our body mass and weight sinking the gravity. Reaching the arms up to the ceiling, finding an interlace. Remember, I had written in the description today that it might be a little bit more invigorating today. So please honor your physical body and what it is saying to you. Come down, take breaks, do less. Find ways to remain devoted and engaged, even with a little modification. I'm going to lower the hands over the pubis, lift the chin up to the ceiling, and feel the force of this energy and engagement holding me. Feeling the breath in this physical vessel, feeling my intention. Did I let it go? I might have. Breathe. Am I the same being? Am I the same being channeling the same intention? And then we'll start to churn a little butter. Remember that modification now. Are you letting your intention flow through all of your physical being? Your knuckles, your jaw, your neck, your throat, your breath. Is your intention flowing through your breath right now? Is your intention flowing through the physical body? How is the physical body reminding you and connecting you into what you're channeling in your intention? Feel your left side and your right side. There's a suppleness in here. There's an activation in here. Change direction or stop. Pause and return. Non-stealing. If you want to let those hands go and hold your mudra. If that helps to help you remember what is this all about. Don't let the ego step in. Don't let fear start to obstruct our yoking, our connecting. What are we feeling about our power, devotion? Or did we let go of that devotion? Breathe. Lower it down. Let the arms go. What's glowing out of the center of us? What is our relationship with our physical body right now? And let's slowly bring the inner thighs together, bottoms of the feet down, reaching the arms overhead, gaze up, eyes open. Relax your gaze. See where you are in the room. See where you are inside of your body. Maybe look at yourself from the ceiling. See yourself from above. Press down through the feet and lift the hips and lower. And lift. Is the breath leading? Are you existing as a body, breath, spirit? Not purely body, not purely breath, not solely spirit. How are they working together, collaborating? Feel all of your senses as a physical being. Feel your spine touching the mat as it layers down. Hold. Breath. Perhaps you want to lift one leg, right leg up or left. We only got two choices. Sorry. Breathe. feel this physical body, feel the breath. I abandoned it. I gotta let the breath come on in. Believe that that breath is a part of this support. Remember my affirmation. Bringing both legs down. Feel that support. Feel that balance. That equilibrium. Feel both sides working together again. And other side. What's different on this side? What do I love about this side? How is my spirit fully occupying and manifesting on this side? And both feet down. Lift. Breath in. Exhale. Lower the hips down. Draw the knees into the chest. Forehead to the knees. Inhale. Lengthen. Lengthen, expand. Is this body making space for your breath? Making space for the other occupant of spirit? Exhale, drawing it in. Bring that third eye, that forehead toward the knees. Maybe you get contact. Inhale, lengthen, bringing vision within and out. In and out. Your pace. Maybe feeling the body and the muscles starting to engage and work. Feel that heat building of activation. Activating, staying in movement, staying in our devotion. Breath working. Spirit connecting. Do you need to slow down? How do you stay with your devotion of practice, even when there's fatigue that's starting to manifest? Don't muscle through. This is not mind over the body, mind over matter. This is a collaborative, unified affair. Let's lengthen the body. Deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth, protrude the tongue. Again, if you need another. Even if you don't know if you need it, if it just happened, let it happen. Walking the feet and the legs over to the left. And let the body go limp. What's still going on and activating in this bend? A different way of feeling energy that's a little heavier, a little cooler, a little more dense. Gradually walking the legs back to center and then walk them over to the other side. Feel the left side of you, right side of you. Did you respect where the body wanted to go? Does it want to fall out of place? Will you let it? We're not here to control or dominate the body. We're here to cultivate a collaborative, integrated experience, integrated existence. Walk the legs back to neutral. Drawing the knees into the chest. Maybe the forehead up to the knees. Hands behind the knees. We're going to start a head to tail rock. Rock and rock. Feel the contact with the earth. Let the air and the breath go with. Where does the breath want to go naturally? Good. We're going to come to hands and knees. Palms Shoulder width apart, feel the palms. Shifting weight, feel left side of you, right side of you accepting, working together. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips, down dog. First time having our head aimed down into the earth, feeling our tailbone, which is usually aiming to the earth, now seeking the heavens. What was up is now down. Let your eyes remain open. Spread the toes. See yourself from this vantage point. Maybe allow your awareness to rise up and look down. See yourself from outside of yourself, and then bring the gaze within. Maybe close the eyes. Rolling the body forward to plank. Some of you might want to put the knees down. Steady, firm, held, stable. Feel the activation of the center of the core. Can your legs help you by flexing the heels back and then lifting the hips up, letting the head go? Feel the shoulders allow for this movement. We need some suppleness and some form. If the body didn't have form, we would fall into a puddle here. So what are the muscles wrapping around bone, giving form to our fleshy, puddles of flesh. I can't come up with words anymore. Shift over to plank. Let your spirit dance and flow between different emotions. Feel the hips rise. Feel the backs of the legs. Feel the body making space for breath in a different way. How spacious does this space feel for you? Maybe play with a few shoulder rotations in your down dog if you need to take a break. Are you listening to when the body says, I need a break, or when the breath says it needs a break? Change direction. Or when you notice that you're not integrated anymore, you've become solely in the body. You've become solely in the breath. Good. Breathe in. Exhale. We're going to travel the feet up to the top of the mat. Your feet can be together or apart, all right? So that's going to depend on what your body allows and accepts. Spread the toes, look at them. See how much space you can invite in between each toe, just like you spread fingers. Feel our feet hands. Breathe in and lift the spine up halfway, nice parallel with the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting. Can the breath inflate you? Exhale, forward fold. Maybe those arms rest on the legs. Half flat breath in. Forward fold. Hands to the floor or a block. Lift the left leg up to the ceiling. Up toward the ceiling. Feel your relationship with vertical orientation. Head seeking the earth. Left toes seeking the heavens. Breathe. Let your eye gaze be in the room. Let your eye gaze come within with your eyes closed. Let your eye gaze be on your physical body. Looking at the wrinkles of skin on my knees. Looking at hairs. Looking at scars. See your vessel. That's your container. Send a loving, kind gaze there. Slowly bring that left leg down. When you're ready, hold whatever support you need. If your hands don't come to the floor, get a chair, get a stool, get a block. And we'll start to lift. Right leg up, standing split. Point the toe. Can you twist that hip open? What areas of the body need to help you move or are helping you move to create the space and the rise and the root and the stability and the trust? Feel your body helping you develop trust. Feel your breath helping you develop trust. Feel your inner spirit and affirmation. Develop trust. And we'll bring that right leg down. And we'll roll the spine up, patient. Lift the head last. How slowly can we go? Lifting through the ribs, through the waist, up, pressing the legs down, rise, everything within you, rising upward. Believe you can reach the ceiling, believe you can reach beyond. Take your breath with you. Let your breath rise as well, let the body rise as well. And forward fold. Feel the effects of that lifting. And now feel releasing, sinking. Maybe bring your hands behind your head, adding a little weight to the back of the head. Can you feel space pulling away between each vertebrae in your neck? Make space. Make space so we can see clearly, so we can feel more clearly. Good. We're going to walk the hands out in front of us. Step back to your plank. And as slowly as you can, lower down. Don't make it a contest. Just navigate. Hey, body. Hey, breath. Hey, spirit. And then feel, oh, I have arrived now. First time. Belly on the floor. Am I accepting that feeling? What am I learning about releasing into the floor? What am I feeling in the body about being in this kind of contact with the earth? Breath in, lifting the chest. What's rising, what's sinking? Feel left side, feel right side. Left leg, left arm. What's rising? Feel the breath. And down dog. What's lengthening, what's rooting? How is the breath helping us? Inhale. Exhale, stepping the feet up in between the hands. Half flat back. Forward fold. Inhale and rise. Right hand in between the shoulder blades. Left hand to the right elbow. And gentle side bend. What's still rising? Can you feel the rising from here? Can you intend it? Can you want new areas of your body to experience rising? Can we believe new areas of the body can actually contribute to the rise? And center. Switch left hand in between the shoulder blades. Right hand, left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, take the breath with you. Feel this left side of the body, our receiving side, receiving rising. How do we receive a rise, a lift? And back to center. Inhale. Chair pose, bending the knees, sinking the butt back. Feel rootedness and heaviness, and yet still feel the aspiration to rise. Choose where you want those arms to be. But if those arms don't feel like they're rising, if it feels like you're fighting them from falling, come back to rising. Feel the top of your head rising. Let the heaviness help you rise. Let the rise help you sink. Stay here or reach one leg out in front of you. Place it down. Did you take your breath with you? Were you a unified being, or were you solely a physical being? Other leg. Might might be a good spot for a mudra. Feet down. Breath in. Forward fold. Good, half flat back. Palms down, stepping to plank. Maybe you're using those knees and journey down, feeling the journey of lower ring. Not getting lowered. Feel the journey of lower ring. And feel the journey of lifting. Is there still energy going into the lift? Or did something stop? If it stopped, down dog. Good, let's step the legs up to the top of the mat. Take your time. Now might be a really good time to have a block, if you need one, or a chair. We'll settle our chest over our thumbs, asking the right leg to lift. Take your breath with you. Did the breath lift that leg? Do a do-over if you need. Twisting the hip open. Staying here. Or starting to play with lifting the right hand off the block. Breath. Maybe your right hand comes to the hip. Spirit, breath. Some of you are turning the chest open to the right. Breath. Go and return. Let it go and return. What are you learning about the physical body? My left calf is starting to talk. Both hands to the block. Closing the hip. Bend the left leg. Reach to the back of the mat. Land soft. Bring that right hand down beside that left foot. Twist. Feel more body parts on the floor. Notice how much more grounded we feel. How is that restoring your energy? Restore in the breath. Maybe find your mudra. Left elbow to the left knee. Spinning the right foot flat. Thrusting the hips, side angle. You can keep this elbow here. Some of you are bringing this hand down. You can look up or down, listen to the body. Where are you making space, channeling energy in the body? Can you feel the spine lengthening? The body making space for breath and spirit to occupy it, not to be bunched up somewhere. Breath and spirit giving purpose for our body and bringing ourselves up. Warrior 2. Notice it's the highest our head has been since what may be considered kind of some difficulty in that Ardhachandrasana, that half moon. Arms suspended. Spine lifting, or is it dumping? Is it dumping because you let go in the body? Did it stop activating for us? Did we disconnect from our purpose? That we want to stay unified. I'm going to bring my hands down. Spin onto the right toes. I'm going to step the left leg up. Half flat back, finding the block. Feel free to work anything out if it's asking you to. My left leg definitely felt some of that work. And when you're ready, we're going to lift the left leg. The breath is going to lift it. The spirit is going to lift it. Because it's a body, breath, mind together. Don't worry about how high it is. Where do we find equilibrium? Some ease and steadiness, some peacefulness. And in that peacefulness, then the amount of time is irrelevant because we're at peace. How long does it take? It takes as long as the peace is there. Let's stack the hip. Take your time. Don't worry about how anything looks. Ask that hip, how much does it want to open? Are you listening to how much it wants to give? Is your breath coming along on the journey, encouraging the peace, encouraging the energy that we need? Recycling in and out that breath. Maybe left hand to the hip, ventilating so nothing is getting stagnant. Notice the mind. Use the breath to aerate the thoughts in the brain. Use the breath to remain connected to our devotion. Maybe we're twisting the chest open. Maybe we're calling it good. Ooh, is there a sound that the body needs to make? What are your eyes seeing? Where is your vision? I do encourage you to keep your eyes open though. Be super duper yogi with your eyes closed. Don't make that a goal because Belinda said it would make you super duper yogi. Breathe. Feel spirit here. How does this kind of shape and form in your body make your spirit feel? Is this how your spirit has envisioned soaring feels? How do we carry the energy and the elements of it in our breath? I'm going to close it, eventually stay if you like. Remember, how long does it take? How long to be in it? As long as there's peace. If you're in it with peace, ease, and steadiness, stay. When you feel your peace starting to be depleted, starting to be distracted, start to shift. We'll bend the right knee, reach to the back of the mat, landing soft with the left foot, left hand coming down, twisting. Now that right hand could stay on the hip. Left leg lengthening. Spaciousness in those hips. Let the spirit come down in the space. Let it in there. Let that breath lead the way. Softening things up. Making room. Cleaning house with that breath. I'm going to spin the left foot flat. Bringing this right elbow to the right knee. Now thrust those hips forward. And then turning the chest sideways for side angle, Parshva, Kanasana. Maybe you bring a hand down, maybe you don't. I'm falling off my mat, so I'm going to come up a little bit. Feeling the spine rotating, feeling the legs rooting and anchoring. Breath. Spine rotating, breath. Legs anchoring, spirit. Remember your affirmation. How long are we here? As long as there's peace. As long as there's balance. Are the arms doing more than the legs? Are the legs doing more than the hips? Is the core doing anything at all? That was Belinda talking to herself. All right. Gradually. Open, lifted, sinking breathing. Affirmed. Affirmed. Hands down. Spinning onto the left toes. I'm going to bring the left knee down. We're going to go into a pigeon here. So some of you might want to bring your block and bring it underneath of your right hip, or a rolled up blanket or something of cushioning. And I'll just show you here. I'm going to wiggle this right foot over to the left a bit so that the knee bends. Okay? And I'm going to bring that knee to the floor. I'm going to bring my hip onto the block. Now my left kneecap, I have it aiming to the floor. All right. I'm going to remove my block now. My hip will come down, but my left foot is touching that stack of blocks. So I'm going to creep forward a little bit. Whew. Left kneecap facing the floor. Sitting up. Feel the body, feel the breath. Check in now. Did you have a mental space, an intellectual space that positioned the body in a way that the body is not cooperating, where the body is not in balance, where the breath can't carry that calm, easy spirit? Let all three find a space of collaboration together, of unification. And then let the breath flow through the entire being, the entire fleshy being. Untense muscles so that you can feel energy flowing in the flesh. The more we tense those muscles, the more dense we make it. And that's not going to allow free fluidity. Relax your belly, relax your organs, send your affirmation there. Maybe you're holding your apan. Maybe you're saying an affirmation or a mantra to yourself. And then if you wish, you could have put a pillow down out in front of you. If I had spoken ahead of time, if I had known this is where we were going, I would have said, get yourself ready for a pillow. But, my yoga planning is a little poor in that regard. So it is just out of my reach. But it's all good. But you could have a pillow here. Especially if that hip area and that right leg says it is too much for it to bear the weight of your upper body. Listening to it saying when it can't carry something the way you want to carry it. How do you listen so that you can have equilibrium in body and breath and spirit? That the countenance of your spirit gets to be its genuine, authentic self. In respect of this finite vessel, we have to forgive the physical body. We're infinite spirit occupying a finite vessel. We have to be forgiving of the limitations of a finite vessel. Soften the jaw. Maybe hold your mudra. Practice your breath. Bring your mind's eye into your conscious awareness. Let's slowly bring ourselves up. I'm just going to shift my weight into this right hip and bring the left leg forward and just transition to the other side. So now I'm going to snake this right leg back. Again, if you need a block under that left hip, great. Now, as you're developing, if the body is willing, this heel can come further forward, making more of a perpendicular or right angle in this leg. And then right kneecap facing the floor. You could always do this with the knee up rather than that lengthening. Okay, that could be a lot for the front of this hip, for the front of that right leg and right thigh. So by having the leg lengthened back, we're working some of the different lengthening mechanisms in the physical body. The psoas, stretching out the quadriceps, stretching out areas of the low back as well. If you've lost that connection, reconnect. Why am I here? What is my spirit asking of me today? What am I growing? What seeds am I planting? What am I harvesting? Is it time to harvest something right now? Maybe I've been planting seeds of patience in my practice for years, and today might be the day I need to harvest some of that, right? Woo! In your time, if you're ready, we'll lengthen the upper body forward. Let it be an expression of your spirit, being led by your breath, respectful of the body, and let the body show you its wonders. Show you what happens when it's treated with loving kindness and care, with discipline and devotion. It'll show you different possibilities, different possibility of range, of action, and most definitely in sensation. Getting to explore the full range of sensory experience in this physical body, allowing us to interact with the outside world in this spectrum of smell and taste and sound and touch and sight. This body giving us the ability to interact with the outside world not only through the sensations, by directing the body for our actions, our words and intentions, being able to come to life with our intention. So we've got to practice what we're intending so it comes out mindfully out of our body. If our attention is on an intention that's aggressive, that's jealous, that's angry, that's how it's going to come out in the body. That's what we're practicing in our mind. So when we unify body and breath and mind, they all three get to come together to manifest in practice our highest self, our spiritual purpose. Take your time as we're bringing ourselves upright. I'm going to shift my weight over into the left hip, bringing this right leg forward. I'm going to bring us down to lying down. I am going to involve suggesting a Salamba Sarvangasana, a supported shoulder stand for the close of our practice. So if you would like to now go and position yourself near a wall, putting your legs up a wall, go right ahead. I'm going to stay free form in the room. So you can go and swing your legs up a wall, and I will guide us from there. And those of you who are familiar with shoulder stand, staying in the middle of the room, great. If you're not familiar with shoulder stand, swing your legs up a wall or a sofa, okay? And yes, this is Puma. Hi, Puma. Good of you to join us when I want to get upside down. All right, we're going to lie ourselves down. And if you're swinging legs up the wall, go ahead and get there and let your spine relax. If you're in the middle of the room, just lie with your back on the floor, let it relax. Knees bent, eyes open. Perhaps hold your mudra. Recite your intention, your affirmation. If you're in the middle of the room, we'll lengthen the legs up toward the ceiling. And I lifted my chin a bit so that the back of my neck is curved off the floor. Let's all rest our arms down alongside our waist, whether we're up against a wall or the legs are freeform. Remember, please don't do the freeform shoulder stand if you have not practiced this before in the company of someone to guide you. Do not turn your head from this moment forward. Feel your body. Feel your breath. If you're at the wall, bend the knees, feet coming to the wall, a little bit of separation between the feet, and you're going to push the feet into the wall, lifting the hips up. If you're in the middle of the room, we're going to press the arms down, lifting the butt up, bending the elbows, bringing the hands to the low back. If you're at the wall, go ahead and bring your hands to the low back and push up, keeping your feet at the wall, or if we're freestanding, legs up. If you're freestanding, let's try to wiggle the shoulders closer together under us, behind us. Hands starting to travel up your spine, meaning closer to the floor. Lift the chin away from the chest. If we have abundant flesh in our chest, you might wish to explore double sports braing yourself, or I can talk about ways in the future of using a strap as a way to prevent the flesh in the chest from smothering you as you're in positions like this. So honor your body. If this is something that cannot be sustained, remember how much time does it take? As long as we can maintain peace. Breath. Relax your buttocks. Relax the belly. Eyes open or closed. Feel what was up is now down. What was down, usually a part of our support structure, is now gaining its support from on high. Coming down whenever you wish. If you're at the wall, you just release the hands and gently lower the butt down. If you're in Salamba Sarvangasana, freestanding, maybe you bend the knees, bringing the knees toward the forehead, or letting the knees fall outside of both ears for Karnipidasana. This is not for everyone. You could have then just lowered the hands and lower the hips down. All right, that's a lot of weight on the neck. So I don't really want to get into that space without having more direct guidance breaking down so that we're safe in the neck. So we should all have the low back on the floor by now. Feel your breath. Feel your mind. You could stay at the wall, having the legs resting up the wall, or let the legs fall down into butterfly at the wall. If you're on the floor, lengthen the body however you would like it to be for Savasana. It is a posture. And after you're done fiddling and fidgeting around, find stillness. Feel the body facilitating the breath, doing what the breath does. Feel the body and the breath facilitating the spirit to do what spirit wants to do and needs to do right here. Maybe you're holding your mudra. Maybe your palms are open in surrender. Genuine, authentic selves. Genuine, integrated selves. Let's slowly bring the legs in, rolling to whatever side you wish for a seed pose or fetal position. If you can really tuck it in, go ahead and bring your arms behind your knees, encouraging yourselves to hug and tuck in your own ball, and then let the muscles go, feeling how natural the body and the spirit and the breath return into this shape. Feeling the breath expanding from within us, from whatever source we know is ours. Feeling the calm nature of spirit in this space, from whatever source is ours. Ishvara Pranidhana. And we'll slowly bring ourselves up. Find whatever is a seated space that's comfortable for you. Joe Manzella, what's up? I don't know if you're still here or not. Oh, that's so great. Perhaps return to your mudra. If you're working on half of a lotus, it's a great beginning spot if your knees accept it. So rather than Padmasana, you can do Ardha Padmasana. So just do one and then just switch. Feeling the hips, feeling it conducting and flowing energy out of this space. Supporting us in a space of feeling, not numbed. Sit with our authentic, unapologetic, integrated selves. Naked. No costumery. Nothing contrived. The breath that is being breathed is your true breath. That is placid as it is right now, whatever level of placid it has, is your true mind, your most undisturbed mind. Your body invigorated, lengthened, contracted, stimulated, vitalized. This is your body. Primed and prepared to carry your spirit today. Hands to the heart center if you wish to join. Single Om, relaxing the throat and the diaphragm. If you wish, you could say Home instead. You could say Amen instead. You could say nothing. You could say Boom Shakalaka for all I care. But if you would like to resonate with us, knowing that our sound vibrations, those waves, are eventually going to touch one another and mingle. So we are already connected. Deep breath in. Hands to the heart center if you wish. Anjali Mudra, holding your intention close to your heart. Like a treasure, like that seed that we're planting. And remember to harvest it, okay? Don't hoard it. We gotta share it. Okay, those yamas and those niyamas one more time. Ahimsa, non-harming. Satya, truthfulness. Asteya, non-stealing. Ready for the big one? Brahmacharya, moderation, or some call it celibacy. Aparigraha, non-hoarding. Niyamas. Saucha, purity. Tapas, discipline or devotion. Santosha, contentment. Svadhyaya, study of self or sacred text. And Ishvara Pranidhana, surrender to something greater than yourself. All that is light in me recognizes and salutes all that's light in you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this has been our home yoga practice live on Thursday, February 4. This week we're working on what does an integrated practice look like, right? What does an enlightened body, speech, and mind look like? And how do we keep that intention and carry those threads in our practice? Remember, this is really meant to be an assist for you practicing at home. Grab nuggets of it. Jump into it on demand and just go to a certain section of it and do 5 minutes if you can. Of course, I do encourage people to find longer practices, a little bit more time, but I also really believe in meeting each other where we are. And if you've got 5 minutes, grab it, treasure it, do that thing, and just start to plant those seeds. And don't forget to harvest them, because man, if you're planting seeds of patience, you probably need to harvest them when somebody's testing that patience, right? If we're planting seeds for contentment, we probably need to harvest them when we become discontent, angry, jealous, resentful, all that kind of stuff, right? So how do we take the yoga off the mat into the world? What are those real life situations? It can start so simple as doing your dishes, noticing how balanced you are in one foot or the other, bringing that mental intention and breath into how you're standing in your physical body and how your body is representing your spirit at that time. How you're sitting in the car, are you slumping on one side or the other? And carry our spirit in a more balanced way. All right, y'all. I can talk yoga philosophy forever. It's great to see you all. Let me come up here and see what, hey, Doreen, so glad you came. See what Joe had to say. Missed classes a part of 260 weeks. Really like 5+ years later, I still value lessons. Oh, that's so sweet. Nice. Thank you so much, Joe. Y'all know I love some Y chromosomal energy coming all up into the yoga. All right. Such a blessing to see you all. Thank you for continuing your practice. I hope that you're seeing the fruits of your practice born in your day-to-day life. Yoga is a living philosophy, a living practice, a practice for how to live, not just twisting our bodies. Hey, Elizabeth, I was wondering if you were here. Thank you for joining. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope today was a little bit more invigorating. How was that half moon? Huh, Claudia? Joe, are y'all still here? Did you guys do that half moon? Sit in that for a minute. How about that one-legged chair? All right, people. It's been great to hang out with you. Please go forth and do great things. And if it's in your heart or your pocket to offer a donation, we always accept. JustBeYoga.com is our website. Or we could put drop a few coins in our PayPal.me/JustBeYoga. All right, everyone. Go forth, do great things. Namaste.